So I find there are two kinds of people: those who think that they're really great at interviewing and those who think they're terrible at it, and not so much in between. And I want to talk about some mistakes to avoid. I'm Marcelle Yeager from Career Valet, where 93% of our clients get interviews within weeks of working with us. So, what is it about interviewing? There are three things that I see people make mistakes with time and again that I want to hit on. And the first is that you don't have to just bolt out of the gate in the first interview. And what I mean by that is you don't need to get all of your questions answered. You should really have a goal in mind, which is to get maybe some of your questions answered, say about the company, leadership, and so forth. But when you're asking those things, you want to be ensuring that you are showing enthusiasm for the role, the company, and or industry. And that is more important than just going on your fact-finding mission. So make sure you're showing a lot of enthusiasm for it, because I can tell you from experience that when you don't, you might not get the job. And you can read more about that in our blog post on the same topic, which I will post below. The second thing is that you might end up talking about your background on and on and on without aligning it to what the role needs are or the requirements of the company are. So, it's great, of course, you're giving examples, you're being specific, you're answering the questions well, but in fact, if you're not aligning it with what those needs are, that's an issue. And really the way to think about it is by using kind of a you, me, us framework, which means think about how what you or me have done in the past, how that aligns to you or the company, and how us together will make a good combination to make these kinds of things happen that I've made happen in the past in my other roles. So make sure you are directly aligning your experience and the examples you give with this role. Third, so many people I've worked with answer questions by giving examples that support only one or two of their strengths. And while it's great because it shows you've done a lot in that area, say strategic planning, and you're just great at it, you're not giving a full, well-rounded picture of who you are as an aspiring executive or executive. So what I want you to do is when you're preparing, think of examples as answers to questions that support several different strengths that you have. So it might be strategic planning, financial planning, client relations. Whatever it is, make sure you are using examples that support several strengths and not just one or two, because that will narrow their impression of you and your strengths and skill set. If you want more tips like this, sign up for our bi-monthly newsletter, and you'll also get a complimentary video to talk about how to focus your job search at careervalet.com.